This game recap is brought to you by IBC Bank. IBC Bank, we do more. And by New York Life financial services professional Fred Stubing, the agent you trust, the company you keep. Proudly supporting Texas high school athletics for more than 25 years. Last year's Stone Oak Super Bowl saw a big upset as Johnson used a 99-yard drive to overcome a 14-0 deficit, and the Jaguars stunned Reagan 21-14, handing the Rattlers their first district loss in 4 years, ending their 4-year run as district champions and a 27-game win streak within the district. Last year's matchup was in the end of district play. Tonight's matchup is the start of district play. Both teams come in with a record of 2-1. Johnson's only loss in the season to unbeaten Brandeis, while Reagan's lost to a very good Steele team. Johnson's still looking to figure out who their quarterback's going to be, as Mike Chandler, who led them to the win last year, is now at Judson. Reagan, no quarterback issues with Travis Staley, their quarterback. Their defense almost pitched a shutout last week against Clemens, giving up just one touchdown at the end of the contest. How would tonight's matchup play out in the ever fun rainstorms in San Antonio? Well, let's check out the highlights, brought to you as always by IBC Bank and New York Life financial services provider Fred Stubing. Members of the Military Warrior Support Foundation participated in the coin toss before the game. As always, thank you to those who have served our country. Johnson was trying to become the first NEISD team to beat Reagan 2 years in a row since Madison won 5 in a row versus the Rattlers from 03 to 07. Last week, Reagan gave up an opening kickoff return for a touchdown. This week, they almost did as Jaron Randall returned it 70 yards to the 15, led to a touchdown and a 7-0 Johnson lead. There is the Connor Fox fan club in the stands. Ensuing Reagan drive, quarterback Travis Staley found his favorite number 7 wearer in the end zone, but Fox was called for offensive pass interference. He wanted a do-over. 4th and 25 from the 28, team in green went for it. Staley stepped up and found Fox in the corner of the end zone, out-jumping the defender for the legal touchdown in a 7-7 game. Look again, but keep your eyes on the offensive line. No one in white got close to Staley, so he could step up and throw. He would later score on a long touchdown run, and the game was tied at 14 at halftime. A heavy rain shower moved in during recess, but the Rattler band played on. Good news, there was no iceberg and the ship did not sink. Johnson offense marched 58 yards for the go-ahead score in the quarter, a 2-yard touchdown run by Justin Rodriguez, 21-14 Jaguars midway through the period. Later in the quarter, Staley back to pass, again had all night to throw as the offensive line held Johnson at bay. Eventually he found Staten Ankrum for 34 yards down to the 8, 1st and goal. Later in the drive, Staley keeper out of the shotgun. A Johnson defender got his hand on him, but not until he was already past the line. The touchdown tied the game at 21 after 3.
Just low pad level and just never stopping, and don't stop your feet and help your quarterback up when he gets tackled and just keep on going.
Time now for our IBC Bank Do More moments of the game. You've already seen a few from the Rattler offensive line, and they were a big reason why the offense thrived. Staley with a lot of time to throw on this play and eventually found Ronald Link Milam for a first down. Later on in the 4th, Austin Miller lined up as the single back, took the handoff, and went in a straight line untouched all the way to the end zone. The 60-yard touchdown run gave Reagan the lead back at 28-21. Look again at the line and listen to Miller, who finished with 95 yards in the contest.
All night we just kept pounding on him right up the middle, and then Coach Lineberger just kept telling us it's going to hit eventually, it's going to hit eventually. And Carson Ferris just dug him out, Austin Ayers dug him in, and just split right down the middle. We know that, we preach that, we know everything starts with the O-line and the D-line too. Even though they don't get all the glory, they should.
Late in the 4th quarter, after a Johnson turnover put the team in green inside the Jaguar 5, Staley kept the non-circular object, followed the blocks, and put home the insurance touchdown. Look again as there were no Johnson defenders near him thanks to the blocks. Could have driven a 1987 Volvo with 360,000 miles on it through that gap. And those were our IBC Bank Do More moments of the game.
We wake up 6:15 every morning. You know, the grind, it just pays off eventually. We stay out here for 4 quarters, work hard, get the win.
I said the last touchdown was set up by a turnover, and that leads us to our key play of the game, brought to you by New York Life financial services provider Fred Stubing, the agent you trust, the company you keep. Reagan nursed a one-touchdown lead and had to punt, which would have given Johnson a chance to drive for this tying score, but Randall could not handle the spiraling object. Pedro Ryan came up with a recovery, and as you saw, Reagan would score the insurance touchdown. As it turns out, they needed that. Key play of the game brought to you by New York Life Financial Services provider Fred Stubing. Call 830-312-0155 or stop by his office in beautiful New Braunfels. Reagan would hold on to win the Stone Oak Super Bowl 34-28 and avoided their first two-game losing streak versus an NEISD opponent since 2007.
I think it was just a more experienced team, and we've fought through a lot of adversity already this season, and I think those preseason games helped us a lot.
We really worked hard this week in practice, and we knew that Johnson was a big opponent, and so we just kept on working.
This time around, we had something to work for. You know, they took our district title. We wanted it back. This is the first step to get it.
Reagan's next two opponents are Churchill and Madison. Win both, and the district title will likely head back to the Rattlers. Reporting from San Antonio, I'm Greg Sherman.